North Yorkshire residents who feel their council ignored serious concerns about fracking were demonstrating outside the High Court yesterday. A legal challenge is underway against the local authorities' decision to allow drilling for shale gas near Rydale. The Tory-led administration gave the green light to a company called Third Energy back in May. The campaigners seeking the judicial review are worried about environmental damage, noise pollution and ill health. Well, anti-fracking campaigners may have other concerns on their hands now, as it seems that if they choose to demonstrate, they run the risk of being referred to the government's anti-terrorism unit. The Network for Police Monitoring have made 5 Freedom of Information requests to find out how many fracking protesters have been passed on to the strategy known as Channel. And while the Information Commissioner's office chose not to disclose the data, it did say that police were right to do so if activists are vulnerable to extremism.
Channel may be appropriate for anyone who is vulnerable to being drawn into any form of terrorism. It follows from this that, for a referral to be made to Channel, it must be suspected that an individual is at risk of becoming involved in terrorist-related activity.
Well, Kevin Blow, coordinator at the Network for Police Monitoring, says he's seen no evidence of extremism from anti-frackers.
Where is the evidence there is any indication of extremism within the anti-fracking movement? I've never seen it. I mean, that's the problem. We've spoken to people who have been referred to Channel, and we tried to find out whether there is a bigger problem, whether there are more people that are being pushed in that direction. And we've been very careful in how we've approached trying to find that information. So we've only asked for statistics, we've not asked for names, we've not asked for where they are. And we just get knocked back. It's impossible to find out anymore. So there may be a bigger issue than the activists who've been in contact with us, most of whom were referred by universities and colleges, and most of whom probably those universities and colleges had no idea themselves what constitutes an extremist. I think the reason why the police refuse to give any information about Prevent, even in circumstances where you look at a movement like anti-fracking and you say, well, why would they be focusing on them, is because there is a culture of secrecy about anything to do with large sections of policing, but in particular anything to do with surveillance or to do with the targeting of political campaigners. The people doing this are essentially political police units. You know, they are special branch, they are officers who've got a particular responsibility for this, and they operate in the shadows.